Is it just of being honest? Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Karen and this is Monday Motivation. Special guest is Showstopper P, otherwise known as Polly Perspective. That's my girl right there. You need to heal so you can gain that motivation to actually make that commitment. You can't fully commit to something unless you're ready to ride it up and down. That's the issue.
Yeah, and I think it's healing is always like an ongoing process. I mean, like, I think there's so many areas we need to be healed in. So it's like we gotta heal and then accept that we're healed, not be stuck there. And then it's like going from healing to healing to healing to healing.
Yeah.
So like you said, you ride that wave, and so we accept, and then as we're healing and taking the necessary steps, we incorporate it within our life and our decisions and stuff, and we have awareness, like you said. We're prioritizing healing. I think, that's a good prioritizing healing. We're growing from young, we're just growing and going through life. So all that time, a lot of traumas and damage and life is happening to us. So while that's happening to us, we're building scars as much as we're building knowledge, as much as we're building experience, we're building scars. So sometimes we have to allow time to do its thing and allow the process to do its thing, because it took that long to create that wound. It took a long time. So sometimes I even realize we are healed from things, but we're still we're used to the habits that come with it.
Girl, but here's the thing, is I don't deprive myself because there's no growth in deprivation, because you're feeling empty, right?
Yeah, it's also replacing it with something that you enjoy. So it's not like you're missing out. It's like when you're trying to stop any habit, if you can replace it with better habits, habits that are available and convenient for you and whatnot, then it becomes easier. You know, you're not depriving. You use the word perfectly. Yeah, it's like this. And I had to have a sit down talk with myself. Like, if this is gonna be my business, this blogging thing, I had to sit down and say, Polly, all right, let's figure this out so you can actually be consistent in the things you're gonna say you're gonna do consistently. When you give yourself that freedom, you can go with the flow. So you know what the task is, and you just gotta get it done. How you get it done, you can, switch it up a little bit within the rules.
I had to learn what I'm willing to commit to and what I'm not willing to commit to. And it's something that I need, but not like I'm not really willing to commit to it. Maybe there's something else that I'm willing to commit to that still encompasses that. Like you said, my Monday motivations, I'm only committed to 2 things on my Monday, 3 things on my Monday motivation. I'm committed to getting it out on Monday. I'm committed to it being motivational, and I'm committed to trying to put some type of good, work out there, right? Apart from that, consistency wise, you're gonna get whatever I give you that day.
You're gonna get something.
You're gonna get whatever my creative juices felt like giving you.
Because there could be something good about our inconsistencies. It makes us be creative, because now we gotta figure it out when we're
we gotta figure it out.
Like, oh dang, I told everybody I'm doing this all the time. Okay, how am I gonna do this and stay motivated with me being all over the place? So like, you figured it out. Okay, I don't have to have a specific structure, a specific steps. I don't have to do it the same way. I'm I'm dynamic, so I can just work with that. I don't have to have the same background. If my cat walks through, my cat walks through. I use that. It is what it is.
And it's just like also being confident in my work. Sometimes nobody knows, but there's been times that I was just like, man, this is some of the worst work I've done, and I was like, I'm not gonna post it. But then I had to stop that and just be like, you know what, you may think it's the worst work you've ever done, but they don't have to know that. It's like when we were kids and you'd perform and they're like, don't stop in the middle of your performance. They don't know you messed up. I'm like, oh, it's real life too. It's a collective growth, because even in society, I don't care what group you belong to, it's collective hurt. And the problem with collective hurt is that we don't heal from it, because we're gonna get the same message from all the angles. How you and I started really connecting and helping each other. It was through the pain. I was like, girl, this stuff crazy. And you're like, ooh, you don't know crazy.
And you really didn't know crazy. Oh, when it came to me until you saw crazy, you're like, oh. Okay. He was still very forgiving and great and a great help, a great friend. Yeah.
Well, it's because we were all hurting, you know?
Yeah.
It's great when you
recognizing that, the humanness of it all, and the world. The world is the world.
to put some respect on your name.
Ooh! Talk to me.
Because I also, like, one thing I've been realizing is the belittling of your accomplishments and how that hinders your progress, because you're like, you know, you're like you said, Polly, you know, everyone's pushing at you. I hear the negative words that people are spilling at you because you're spilling them out to yourself.
Yeah.
In the sense of like, oh, Polly again, like, snap.
There's another venture.
When you think back to that point, you're like, oh, well, when I stopped my content in my personal life, there was this and this and this and this and this. I didn't even have a computer. Like, so,
That
like,
part.
to be honest, like, no one knows this, but when I started my Monday motivation, I had no phone. I don't know. I told you.
You told me, yeah.
My phone was cracked to the screen. It was a mess. My computer, I got drowned in water. Like, I couldn't even edit. The moment I was able to get, you know, I bought my camera, my actual camera. I had the camera, and that's all I needed because I had the software in my computer, and I could put it directly on there. And to be honest, every week I was facing a new challenge, and I'm just like, man, if people like one of my videos I posted at 9 p.m. and I was so happy. I was like, man, it took me until 9 p.m. to post this Monday motivation that I ended up at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And that didn't work out. And like, people are probably like, oh, she barely put it out. I'm like, I spent 10 hours.
Girl, I'll be spending 5 hours on some blogs that it's a 2-minute read. Okay, girl. Okay, let me see that t-shirt. That uncommon favorite t-shirt. Shout it out real quick. Hey.
Hey, it's uncommon favorite.
Hey.
Courtesy of Polly.
Yeah, Polly's Perspective /shop. No, pollysperspective.com/shop. Y'all can get that amazing t-shirt. It says uncommon favor. We can do a little thing where I'll give one away for free.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give away. We'll figure out the details.
We'll figure it out, but somebody's gonna win one. And yeah.
Right.
All right, girl. Bye. It was so great chatting with you. We shall do this again.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
All right. Goodbye, air hug, cyber hug. Cyber hug. That's totally a word. Mwah.